Today, I will present a real-life communication case study about the delayed suspension of classes in Lantapan due to the continuous heavy rainfall. This case involves the municipal mayor, the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office, or MDRRMO, school administrators, teachers, learners, and parents. The focus of this analysis is how communication timing and coordination affected decision-making and public safety. Case study background. During several days of non-stop rainfall in Lantapan, some barangays experienced rising water levels and slippery road conditions. Early in the morning, parents and learners were already preparing for school. However, the mayor had not yet declared class suspension because he was waiting for the official risk assessment and recommendation from the MDRRMO. The MDRRMO needed time to validate flood levels and road safety conditions before issuing a formal advisory. Around 8:30 a.m., after receiving the MDRRMO recommendation, the mayor officially declared the class suspension. By that time, many learners were already in school. Some were traveling on muddy and unsafe roads. Parents were confused whether to send their children home. School administrators had already started classes. This created inconvenience and potential safety risk. Analysis of the problem. Let us analyze the communication dynamics in this case. First, dependence on formal disaster assessment. The mayor followed protocol by waiting for the MDRRMO's official assessment before declaring suspension. This shows responsible governance because decisions must be evidence-based. However, the time needed for assessment caused delays. This reflects a tension between accuracy of information, timeliness of decision-making. Second, timing of the announcement. The declaration was made after school hours had already started. In emergency communication, early advisories, even provisional ones, are crucial to prevent exposure to danger. A preliminary advisory could have prepared schools and families earlier. Third, communication flow gaps. The communication flow followed this sequence: MDRRMO, mayor, public announcement, schools, parents, and learners. The process had no advance warning stage. This ensures schools receive advance notice before public posting. Third, set a standard decision time. For example, if heavy rainfall persists beyond 4 a.m., automatic suspension review must be completed before 6 a.m. Having a standard timeline improves predictability. Fourth, strengthen community disaster education. Parents and learners should be oriented that if weather conditions are clearly unsafe, safety discretion may be exercised even before official announcement. Public awareness reduces total dependence on last-minute declaration. Use multi-platform announcement. Combine official Facebook page, school pages, text brigades, barangay public address systems. Information must reach upland and remote communities. In conclusion, this case in Lantapan, Bukidnon demonstrates that effective emergency communication requires balance between protocol and urgency. The mayor's decision to wait for MDRRMO assessment showed responsible leadership. However, the delay revealed the need for proactive and layered communication systems. In times of disaster risk, communication is not only about authority, it is about anticipation, coordination, and protection. As future educators and community leaders, we must advocate for systems that prioritize both safety and clarity. Because in emergency situations, timing saves lives. Thank you, and may God bless us all.